Have you ever thought about living close to famous people like Rihanna, Drake, Kim Kardashian, or even Hollywood stars like Tom Hanks and Pamela Anderson? In this video, you'll discover the locations where wealthy people live and how much it costs to live near them. Here are the 15 places where rich people often choose to live. However, before we begin our video, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. Number 15. Palmender Walk, Manhattan, New York. Palmender Walk is a special place in busy Manhattan, New York. It's like a secret spot with pretty old-style houses. The cost to live there can be different. Small apartments might be about $700,000, while bigger houses can be a few $1,000,000, maybe between $3 and $5 million. Palmender Walk was made in 1921, and it's a quiet place away from the city noise. It's good for people who like a small neighborhood feel, but still want city stuff nearby. Number 14. Sandy Lane Estate, Barbados. Sandy Lane Estate in Barbados is like a sunny heaven with beautiful beaches and clear blue waters. But it's not just pretty views, it's also super fancy. There's a famous golf course, a really nice spa, and homes right by the beach that are super luxurious. People like Rihanna and Simon Cowell visit, and rich business people like J.P. McManus own homes there. The cost to live here can be different. The cheapest homes might be around $1.5 million, but the fanciest ones on the beach can be as much as $25 million. Number 13. The Oaks, Calabasas, California. The Oaks in Calabasas, California is one of the most beautiful communities in the US. It's surrounded by the Santa Monica Mountains and has amazing views. The houses there are really fancy, and the area is taken care of really well. Even though it's peaceful, it's also close to the exciting Hollywood scene. Famous people like Britney Spears, the Kardashians, and Katie Holmes have lived there. The cost of a house in the Oaks changed a lot depending on how big it is and where it is. Smaller homes might start at $2 million, but the biggest and fanciest ones can cost more than $30 million. Number 12. The Car Barn, Capitol Hill, Washington. The Car Barn in Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. used to be a trolley station a long time ago. It's really cool and stylish, and now it's turned into fancy apartments in the middle of the city. It's near Eastern Market and close to Lincoln Park, so it's both convenient and charming. Some rich people live here, maybe business folks, lobbyists, and even a few politicians. A small apartment in the Car Barn might cost about $400,000, while the bigger ones can go over $1 million. Number 11. Conyers Farm, Greenwich. Conyers Farm in Greenwich, Connecticut is a super special community. It's like a big, private area with over 1,500 acres of green field and peaceful woods. There are really fancy homes here. If you have a lot of money, you can enjoy peace and privacy at Conyers Farm. And it's not too far from New York City, which is great if you work there. Some famous people live there, like Ron Howard, a movie director, and Michael Bloomberg, a businessman and former mayor of New York City. But living there is expensive. The cheapest houses can cost about $10 million, and the fanciest ones go for over $20 million. Number 10. Star Island, Miami. Imagine Star Island in sunny Miami, Florida, a man-made paradise in the sparkling Biscayne Bay. In this calm place, you get privacy even though you're close to the lively Miami city. It's a special spot where many famous people live, like Gloria Estefan, Rosie O'Donnell, and Shaquille O'Neal. Even Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez owns a place here. Living on Star Island costs a lot, like the sky is the limit. Houses here don't come up for sale often, but when they do, they can be around $20 million to over $65 million. Number 9. La Zagaleta, Marbella, Spain. Imagine La Zagaleta as a calm, rich paradise where privacy, safety, and fancy things come together. It's a special place for very rich people, with special houses, 2 private golf courses, a place for horses, and even a spot for helicopters. Famous people and very wealthy business people like David Cameron and Alan Sugar have stayed there. Big business people like Hans Snook, who started Orange Mobile, and Ronda Rousey, a UFC fighter, own homes there. The cheapest house in La Zagaleta is about 3 million euros, but the fancier ones can cost even 50 million euros. And don't forget, these big numbers are only for the houses. Number 8. Beverly Park, Los Angeles. Beverly Park, situated in the hills of Los Angeles, is an elegant haven of riches and seclusion that spans 250 acres. It's split into North Beverly Park and South Beverly Park, both adorned with lavish, individually designed mansions that showcase luxury and uniqueness. Notably, Beverly Park is a renowned area with famous inhabitants, much like a gathering of stars at a Hollywood event. Past residents include Denzel Washington, Sylvester Stallone, Eddie Murphy, and Mark Wahlberg. However, it's not just entertainers who are drawn here. Envision engaging conversations during a barbecue with such neighbors. Number 7. Malibu Colony, California. Malibu Colony, California is a super special place by the ocean. It's got big fancy houses and beautiful beaches. The houses are close together and there's a gate to keep the area private. People who live there can easily go to the beach, and even though it's peaceful, Los Angeles is close by for city stuff. Many famous and rich people live in Malibu Colony, like actors, singers, and important business people. Some of them are Tom Hanks, Jim Carrey, and Pamela Anderson. Living in Malibu Colony costs a lot because it's so nice and special. The cheapest houses might be around $2 million, but the biggest and fanciest houses by the ocean could be more than $50 million. Number 6. Sea Island, Georgia. Sea Island, Georgia is a special and fancy place known for its amazing natural beauty, excellent golf courses, and very nice resorts. This small island has calm beaches, marshes, and forests near the sea. One famous place there is the Sea Island Resort, which has fancy golf courses, a beach club, and other really nice things. Many rich and famous people, like important politicians and famous people, have houses on Sea Island. The Bush family, the people who started Coca-Cola, and a golfer named Davis Love III have also lived on Sea Island. The prices of houses on Sea Island are different. Smaller houses or condos might be around $1 million, while houses by the beach or big estates could be $20 million or even more. Number 5. Emirates Hills, Dubai, UAE. Emirates Hills in Dubai, UAE is a very special place to live in the Arabian Peninsula. People even call it the Beverly Hills of Dubai. It's super fancy and has a famous golf course called Montgomery Championship Golf Course. Rich people really like living here. Some important people, like the Gupta family from India, have lived here too. The houses in Emirates Hills are really expensive. The cheapest ones can cost about 15 million AED, which is about $4 million. The fanciest houses are even more expensive. They might have private pools, big areas of land, and amazing views of the golf course or the Dubai skyline. These super fancy houses can cost more than 100 million AED, which is about $27 million. Number 4. Lake Como, Italy. Lake Como, found in northern Italy, is famous for its stunning natural beauty. It has beautiful lake views and tall mountains that attract wealthy people from all over the world. It's the third biggest lake in Italy and has amazing mansions, pretty gardens, and charming towns. Living there is peaceful, away from busy cities. People can do fun things like go boating, hiking, and biking. Number 3. The Villages, Florida. The Villages is one of the biggest retirement communities in the USA, where people over 55 years old can live. It's in 3 counties and has a lot of houses, more than 50,000. This place is made for older people who still want to do things. There are golf courses, pools, places to have fun, and even a hospital. The Villages is like a small town with shops, banks, restaurants, and a lot of things to do. Because of all the good things it has, rich old people like to move there when they retire. The cost of houses in the Villages changes a lot. It depends on where the house is, how big it is, and what things it has. Some small, older houses can be around $100,000, but bigger, special houses with good views can be more than $1 million. Number 2. Tuxedo Park, New York. Tuxedo Park, covering 2,600 acres and located a 45-minute drive from Manhattan, is a gated haven in the Ramapo Mountains. Unlike uniform communities, each of its houses is unique, showcasing various styles like English Tudor, Dutch Colonial, French Chateau, and Gothic Revival. built by renowned architects during the Gilded Age. Tuxedo Park, established in the 1880s, stands as one of America's oldest gated communities, listed on historic registers. In the past, influential figures like Wall Street leaders resided here. Homes range from $500,000 to millions, offering privacy and tranquility despite the proximity to New York City. Number 1. Hidden Hills, California. Hidden Hills, California is a fancy gated community in Los Angeles County where wealthy people like to live. It's special because it's quiet, safe, and private. About 2,000 people live in big and beautiful houses there. Only really rich people, about 3% of the population, can live there. The community has cool things like a place for events, places to ride horses, a big swimming pool, and courts for tennis. Many famous people have moved to Hidden Hills because they like the privacy and nice things there. Stars like Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Drake, The Weeknd, Jessica Simpson, and Miley Cyrus have lived there. So, that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get all the latest updates.